live yet.
It says we're live now, Glen Kellaway from the basement. Hi, fans of high-quality live chats. I'm with Glen Kellaway from the basement.
Yeah, I got to go, Larry. Thanks.
You got to go. Thanks for dropping by, Glen.
Yeah, no problem.
We had a very nice discussion before we started this live chat.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Wow, that was quite interesting what you were telling me.
I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. We'll just have to keep it to ourselves, though.
Well, I'm not going to tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, wow. But anyway, we'll start off. Tell us your issue with Steven Wilson.
Well, I don't have an issue with Steven Wilson. I absolutely love the man, but I have an issue with his distribution on his new album. That's and I'm not the only one. So I don't know. It appears like for the longest time, you tell me now that it can be ordered on Amazon.ca. For a while there, it couldn't be ordered at all.
Yeah.
And I went all over the place trying to get it. And I went into 2 stores, and they don't even have it listed as an upcoming release. So you can't even pre-order it from a record store. My buddy who owns Zap Records in Coburg, he said he would have to get it out of the UK. It would take 30 days. From what I understand, anybody who ordered the deluxe editions is waiting. I don't know when they're going to get them. Anybody who ordered on Amazon.com.
I think that's part of the deluxe. It's you have to wait longer.
Yeah. Anybody who just ordered the regular album or CD on Amazon.com, from what I understand, are getting shipping notices for the end of October and into November.
Yeah.
I ended up going on his website and ordering the LP and the CD, and they said they shipped it on the 28th, which was the day before release day, up to 10 days delivery. So I'm waiting, but I'm telling you, if anybody from the Steven Wilson camp is out there listening to this, please do something.
Steven Wilson, if you're watching this live chat, come on the live chat and we'll talk.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll talk.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cluster Hug.
Cluster Hug. That's
I like that name too.
I do too.
Hello, Victor.
That's like a lot of hugs all at once.
Yeah, it's a cluster of hugs.
Yeah.
It's a rare record collector.
It's almost like a gang rape, actually.
I wonder what he collects.
Rare record collector. I don't know. I think he just gets common titles. Like he's a big Phil Collins guy, I think.
Michael Miller, which one of you is live? Glen's live, and I'm pre-recorded.
I have a pulse. Hey, fellas, hope you're both well. We couldn't be better. Just look at us.
Hey, you're reading ahead, Glen. Don't do that. It makes me nervous. Shane B. Hey, fellas, hope you're both well. Yes, we are, Shane. Thank you.
Okay, so did you actually get it, James? Because Chalkies is notorious for sending stuff out about 3 weeks after you order it. Like that's their big thing. So can you confirm that you actually physically have it, or you just ordered it?
Hello, Larry.
Because the ordering thing is the easy part. It's getting it. It seems to be difficult.
Oh, you want it actually delivered?
I actually wanted to listen to it.
That is the one thing, right? I agree with you. Like when there's a new release you're excited about, you want to get it on that day.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
I know. And there's very few of them that come out like that I gotta have it. Okay, he has a
Dark Side of the Moon.
Have a guess of the album on my profile picture. Oh, Dark Side of the Moon?
Is it, or is it that Steven Wilson? No. I don't know.
Well, that would be rare. The Steven Wilson one.
It's from a song I showed you on Patreon years ago. I don't remember it. I've done so many songs.
Larry, how come you don't remember? How can you not remember that?
Yeah, I've only done like 500 songs.
Oh, see, James is teasing us. I'll have to wait. It is shipped, though. Yeah, mine's shipped too, James, but I'm still not listening to it. It's been out for 2 days.
Hope you're feeling better, Larry. Yes, I am. Thank you.
Best deluxe box set that you both own. Oh, did I jump ahead?
Yeah, you're jumping ahead, Glen.
No, you skipped that one.
Best deluxe box set that you both own.
Deluxe box set, the best one.
So you mean totally, like
the one I like the most?
I would say the Beatles' White Album because of all the bonus material.
That's a tough one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm thinking about one that has bonus stuff that's not just the studio albums. Wow, I got to get back to you. I don't even know. I guess my Caravan box set.
Yeah. Dan Long. Larry, I'm curious about your Studmuffin sing-song theme, where, when, etc. I had 3 different theme songs done for me by different bands or whatever back in the early 2000s. They just did it for free, and I think there's a video on my channel with all 3 the full length songs. So
I'm going to do one for you, Larry. I'm going to make one.
Thank you, Glenn.
I think I'm going to. No, I don't think any North American retailers got it at all. I don't understand. I was saying to Larry before we went on that there's a conspiracy theory going around that pre-releases, like not pre-releases, but release date is just a generic date now. You're going to get it sometime around that date, and what they want is to not actually have it available on the release day, so more people will stream it. Does that make sense? I think it does.
What's your opinion on the Stones and Lady Gaga? I haven't heard it yet. And I think you've even said, why are they working?
It's on my list, Larry.
Okay.
Number 2,
yeah, but why are they working with Lady Gaga? I hate that.
Look at that. I do too.
Yeah.
It's just the Rolling Stones, the bad boys of rock.
Yeah.
Keith Richards, heroin addict. Getting his
even
blood transfused.
We're old, so we're going to complain here. Like having Miley Cyrus on stage with the Rolling Stones. I don't want Miley Cyrus on stage with the Rolling Stones.
I don't either. They're trying to appeal to a younger audience. Even the sound of that. I'm not buying that record.
No.
I'm as a Stones fan, I'm boycotting it.
Oh yeah, Dark Side of the Moon. I agree. The Beatles' White Album, yeah.
Yeah, the White Album's good. I remember I was getting into
My Chemical Romance. Yeah, I remember those videos. Yep. Yeah, that's okay, Cluster Hug. Yeah, who he is seriously, he's a musical genius in a lot of ways, like production especially.
Yeah. Remixing a lot of catalogs of great bands, and
he's a very talented singer.
Yes.
Musician.
Yeah. Great albums. Yeah. If you're just kind of saying that as a joke, I'm not sure, but if not, then you should check them out.
Yep.
Okay, so you talk to the Pleasant Valley picker, Art, and see how mad he is about this Steven Wilson thing. He's upset.
Yeah.
I agree. I
have nothing against any of them. It's just that the Rolling Stones should be the Rolling Stones.
She is super talented, but stay in your own lane. Both of you.
Zeb, well, I've only got 3. So I also got Meet the Residents, and I've got Duck Stab, and the Third Reich album.
Somebody was on the other day showing Residents vinyl. I guess it's really worth a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got a lot of stuff, a lot of product. Yeah, Jimmy.
Sounds like the female vocal on Gimme Shelter.
I don't know if that's good or
bad.
But
she's not Mary Clayton, and she's Lady Gaga. Go make your own pop records with Tony Bennett and leave the Rolling Stones alone.
I'm old also, so I wish they would play a classic rock band during the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah, those days
are not going to happen anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Drake is the next one, right?
I think. My God. Seriously.
Yeah. Something like that. No, maybe not Drake. It's somebody like that, though.
Yeah. I listen to Drake on Spotify. You know, I try. I'm open. But it's like, it's just so typical. I'm rich.
Yeah.
Bitches and hoes. And
yeah.
I haven't heard much of the latest Stones song with Gaga. I have no interest in it.
Yeah, I'm not listening to it. Not listening. I don't even like that Paul McCartney's on it. And I
Yeah.
hate that Paul McCartney and Ringo did a song with
Dolly Parton.
Dolly
Yeah.
Parton. Like, just come on. These people are
Yeah.
our icons. They're our heroes.
Yeah.
And they're just embarrassing themselves.
Yeah. Everybody would rather just listen to me and Glenn.
Thanks, Art. Art, just answer me on a scale of 1 to 10. How mad are you at the Steve Wilson distribution? Just out of 10. Usher's the next. Usher, Drake, they're all the frickin' same.
Only limited to 1,000.
Oh, can you imagine King Crimson doing 21st Century Schizoid Man at the halftime show? Oh,
yeah, Usher.
Yeah, Usher. Oh boy.
Yeah, King Crimson. Can you imagine people just sitting there like?
Yeah. I'll be getting up for my second helping of Chinese food during that.
Yeah, but rock and roll just isn't cool anymore.
Well, they had lots of people back in the day, but
Yeah.
now there is nobody. Somebody previously mentioned Foo Fighters, but I don't think they'd ever get there.
Yeah, I've listened to. I've had some more song requests on Patreon, and I've heard a track from Eskimo. I think the final track on it was interesting. Oh, missing some here. Larry should really do a complete Residents discography review. Yeah, with their 50 albums. Yeah, can't stand rap.
Art can't stand rap.
No, I don't want to.
Cardboard Head Guy, we love you, but I'm turned off of the Stones album. I think I'm surprised Jagger's not worth more than 500 million, to tell you the truth.
If one band could reunite, who would it be? I'd pick Slade. I would say Creedence Clearwater Revival or Grand Funk Railroad, but that's never going to happen. So
I don't know. I'm a Supertramp guy. I know not everybody is, but I wish the original band would
I've been asked that before, and my feeling is you shouldn't have a guilty pleasure. If you like something, you like something.
Yeah.
If I don't really, I don't mind their music, but if I liked a ABBA album, then I like it. I'm not going to say it's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Enjoy whatever you like.
Yeah. There's the only guilty pleasure album I might be able to say is if I get that new Stones album.
Should have been a Lou Reed Metallica halftime show. That's a good one.
Yeah, can you imagine?
I actually have a Lou Reed book coming today, Glenn, from Amazon.
Do you?
Yeah, it's one of those every song, every album.
Wow.
I'll lend it to you.
Yeah, please. I need to know more about them.
Why can't NFL listen to damn governor of Las Vegas, Nevada? He wants AC/DC. Yeah, they would do well still, but
yeah, probably
it's not going to happen.
No, it ain't.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't watched a music award show in years.
Yeah, every year I try and give the Grammys.
It's like, who cares?
I just really need to confirm that I really hate those shows.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there is some good rap out there. I'm not against everything by, it's just what I have, like 50 Cent is horrible. Don't get me started.
There we go. Rare record collector. He agrees with me. Supertramp.
Yeah. Ethan, ABBA is fire.
Is that good? A good thing or bad?
It's good. Continental Drift, best song.
I don't even know the song.
I don't even know that song. Is that their new one? Grand Funk would be awesome. My dad and uncle were massive fans in the 70s and even caused a riot playing it in a small town, and the town cop pulled the plug. Well.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, the majority of the audience doesn't want Metallica, though.
Yeah.
Like the people that watch that, they just don't.
Hey, Adrian.
Unfortunately,
ABBA is very fire.
it was very fire. So they're really bad.
Do you two like the performance of Paul at the halftime show years ago? Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
Paul was
good.
great.
That was his first show with the band he still has today.
Oh, was it? I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
Brian Ray. That was his first show with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar is a very cool dude, so I
Yeah.
do know that. Most of my favorite bands have members that have
Yeah.
passed, so not the original group. Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, but they don't have most of their original members anymore. I don't
Yeah.
think.
But that might be a band that would appeal to everyone. I think they still tour Chicago, right? Don't they?
Yeah. What's that? If you hear, what is that? If you hear me now, you take away the biggest part of me.
David Foster with Chicago. Oh, worst thing that ever happened to Chicago.
Grateful Dead doing a 30-minute Dark Star.
Yeah, that would work. That'd be it.
Steel Wheels, yeah.
Oh, that's on Steel Wheels? Yeah. So it's probably not their best song ever.
I switched to YouTube. I'm Ethan, by the way. No, you're the Rupee Mine.
What's happening here? I
He
missed
just
that.
changed his switched over.
Oh.
Do you remember Monster Mash?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Bobby
Freeman?
He
Bobby.
did the mash. He did the monster mash. The monster mash.
Gotta go. Had a
did the
great
graveyard
time. Have a good
smash.
day, guys. Thank you, Cluster Hug.
Thank you, Cluster Hug. Thanks for the cluster of hugs.
Favorite concept albums?
Hand Cannot Erase,
Yeah, that might be number one because it actually makes sense.
Quadrophenia, and Tommy.
Mac Ratty. ABBA is great. Sadly, only thing majority of people know them for is Mamma Mia musical on Broadway.
Yeah, this guy, you can't take this. You got to take this guy with a grain of salt. He doesn't really know what the hell he's doing. He's kind of out of his mind because he's a Montreal Canadiens fan.
I'd love the Hollies to reunite with Nash and Clark.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, I just haven't heard Steel Wheels for many years. I should give it another listen.
Best songs by Stone.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't consider
Bobby
it the
Pickett.
song of the Stones. So Bobby Pickett. I had the first name right.
Bobby Boris Pickett.
Yeah.
Favorite rock opera? Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy.
Bob Seger halftime. Yeah.
Yeah, Bob Seger. Nobody. I bet you 90% of people watching wouldn't know who Bob Seger was.
No.
I don't know who else I would. I can't even think of someone. If I was in charge of the halftime show, I don't even know who I'd have on.
What is your next video idea? Do you have one yet?
For what?
For YouTube.
For anything I upload a video?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
You're gonna do another bitching on Steven Wilson video.
No, I'm not. I did a video this morning showing my new records that I got.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You should do a imaginary record review of Steven Wilson's new album. That'd be
funny,
right?
Yeah. Yeah. A Steven Wilson rant, that would be good.
My next video, thank you for asking. It's going to be on band logos. I've got about band logos.
Oh, band logos.
Yeah. I've got like 50 band logos, and I also have at the end my top 10 favorites.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I can't do stuff like that because, well, I could if I held up albums or something, but you can, I mean, you're a genius editor.
Yeah, I am a genius. Yeah. Thank you.
So you can come up with these things and they look really cool.
Favorite double album from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. 60s, The White Album. 70s, Tales from Topographic Oceans. 80s, I don't think I have one.
60s, Blonde on Blonde. 70s. Can I count All Things Must Pass as a double album? Or has that got to be a triple?
Yeah.
Okay, that and 80s. Is there double albums? What did you do in the 80s? I can't even think of one.
I don't remember. What's a really good double album from the 80s? Let us know.
I think the problem with the 80s is the introduction of the CD kind of destroyed the idea of a double album. Right?
Yeah, so even some of the singles were actually double albums.
Yeah,
right?
they would. If they were on vinyl, they'd be double albums, but on CD, they're just one continuous pile of music.
I disagree, Mr. Wondrous. I think Bob Seger is pretty damn good overall.
I think Bob Seger's much better than Steve Miller.
Yep. Autobahn and Radioactivity.
Yeah, I can never really get into them.
Drag Queen's Twerking. Don't get us started. I don't know about you, Glenn, but I'm woke. Are you woke?
I'm very woke, and I would have no problem with drag queens doing a halftime show. That's up to Larry.
Are you leaving soon to go?
No, I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, you're not going anywhere?
I'm going to Tulsa.
Maybe.
October 12th.
How about sometime in mid-November, Glenn?
Yeah. No, I'm going to Tulsa to the Bob Dylan Center in November.
Oh, yeah.
Or October 12th.
Well, we can do it maybe
next week.
Early next week.
Yeah. Tuesday'd be a good day.
Okay. Smiths.
Now that's a band I can't get into is the Smiths. I know people love them, but I bought a Smiths I even bought a Smiths Greatest Hits CD just so I could, because I got to get into these guys. Don't like them.
Joe's Garage. I actually have a video coming up on my ASMR channel tomorrow. My top 10 favorite Frank Zappa albums.
Oh, good. That would be good.
Yeah.
Joe's Garage would not make my list.
Yeah. London Calling. Yeah.
Great album.
Well, no, that was late 70s, wasn't it?
Clash were a punk. They started off as a punk.
No, but I'm saying London Calling was from the late 70s.
I think they quickly got out of the punk thing, but they started out that way. Abba's genius. Well, Lindsey Buckingham would know. What's he ever done?
Yeah. All Things Must Pass.
Oh, Exile on Main Street's another great double album from the 70s. Still, we challenged you guys to come up with a double album from the 80s, and no one's done it yet. Oh, The River, Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, 1980. Yeah. Yeah, The Clash are not a punk band. White album.
Yeah.
I guess you'd consider Rain Dogs a double album. Love that one.
I guess you would consider that a double album. It's a single album. I have it. I just got it. The reissue.
Wow.
It sounds freaking awesome. I was just listening to it. What a great record. One of his best.
Victor, I've had 2001 A Space Odyssey in my movie collection probably for the last 6 years now. I still haven't watched it.
I saw that under the influence of something really bad. And
don't take acid, Glenn, and then go to a theater
and go to see that movie. No, that's not a good thing to do.
No, I don't.
That'd be a cure for the Smiths.
1979.
Favorite moments from Beatles songs?
A Day in the Life, the ending.
When Ringo says, "I got blisters on my finger."
Seriously, yeah, that's is a great moment. Yeah.
Yeah. The start of Taxman, the 1, 2, 3. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Teenage Head. Well, Teenage Head, unfortunately, they're not around, but
yes, we've heard of the Allman Brothers Band.
Love the Allman Brothers Band. Saw them live once in my lifetime. Yeah, I saw them too when the Brothers and Sisters album came out, but Dwayne was sadly gone.
Freak Out.
Freak Out, great double album from this. That was the one that one be number 2 behind Blonde on Blonde for me.
Sign of the Times, yeah.
Do you like Prince, Larry?
So, some songs, yeah.
Just a couple of songs, though. I can't get into him. Like, I know he is so well respected, and I know he was a great musician, but for some reason, he doesn't have like his whole, like, I can't listen to a whole album.
Are We Live? Yep, I believe we are. Orange, is that what you had, Glenn?
Could have been. I don't. It was definitely Owsley manufactured, so it could have been. Favorite comp album? Oh, favorite comp. No, are you talking about a greatest hits album, or are you talking about like different artists?
You got that recent
like
one by Stephen Wilson. You like to?
Yeah, I really like that Intrigue one by Stephen Wilson. But if you're talking a comp, you mean like one artist compiling hits and stuff?
I think so.
They're collaborating on an album?
I didn't know that.
That would be very cool. Yeah, I did too, Ken, and it was a fun experience.
Well, at least you didn't see The Exorcist at that time.
No, I'm lucky I was in my own frame of mind when I saw that. I would have been in the hospital. What?
You Are What You Is by Zappa.
Zappa.
I love that. Yeah.
Joe's Gerson.
Sun. Clash first album, Total Punk. Yeah, but there's even a reggae song on the first album. So even then they weren't totally punk. I don't believe that.
I think the attitude was punk, right? And the crowd they were playing to was a punk crowd, but I think musically they were a bit outside.
Yeah. Oh, probably Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, Zeppelin, The Doors. There's so many great ones.
Yep.
Yeah, James, for some reason I just can't. He has no staying power with me.
Yep.
Oh, that was 79.
Actually, though, back in whenever I was buying XTC albums on vinyl, and we didn't get the double album. We got the single. They took some songs off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wasn't that from 79?
No, because 1980 was Black Sea, I think.
Okay.
So it
maybe
was like
79
81.
was Black Sea then. One of them was right at the end of the decade.
No.
Well, Ry Cooder is like my favorite guitar player in the world. He does tons of soundtrack albums, so I love all of those. Paris, Texas, The Long Riders. There's a lot of good ones.
I have seen Clockwork Orange.
I saw that on the big screen too.
Yeah.
Singing in the rain.
Do you like British food? I don't know if I've had much.
Fish and chips, but I don't like the muck and peas.
The muck and peas.
And a jacket potato.
Have any of you watched Elton John live from Dodger Stadium?
No. I didn't even. I don't get Disney Plus actually.
And I got this book, which is very good. Into the Void by Geezer Butler, the bassist for Black Sabbath. I'm going to see if I can possibly interview him on my channel.
That'd be pretty cool.
No harm in asking.
No.
Anthony Burgess.
Wow, very cool. That must have been interesting. Wow. The only famous person I've ever spent the day with is Larry.
Yeah.
I could tell some stories, boy.
My favorite Tumbleweed Connection, and Madman Across the Water.
Yeah. Tumbleweed Connection's my favorite, and Madman might be second.
Oh, don't get Glenn started again,
Alex.
beer and vinyl.
Hey, Alex. Yeah, you missed the conversation, but my Harmony Codex has shipped. I got the clear vinyl and double vinyl album and the CD shipped from his website. It shipped on last Thursday. So it said 7 to 10 days. I'm kind of fingers crossed I'll have it by the end of the week. Alex, was it you who was showing all the Residents vinyl? I was telling Larry someone was showing the Residents vinyl. I'm having a senior's moment.
I love their look with that one big eye.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Madman is perfection.
Except for what's the one song? There's one song in there kind of just toss it out. I can't remember. It's been a while since I heard it. Favorite solo on a Beatles song? Ooh.
I don't know. Does he mean like a guitar solo?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick.
Probably.
I think that the little jammy thing and at the medley there at the end of Golden Slumbers or whatever comes in when they do. Ringo does the drums and they come in with the guitars.
Yeah.
Okay, so I disagree with this comment because Lindsey Graham. Geez, where did I get that from? I'm watching.
We're going to talk about politics.
Yeah. Ry Cooder and Lindsey Buckingham do not play the same type of music. So how can you? That's like saying Andre Segovia is better than Ry Cooder. They're not even in the same wheelhouse. But Lindsey Buckingham is a great finger picking guitarist, but Ry Cooder's he plays world music. He plays everything. Like Lindsey's much more one-dimensional, in my opinion.
Holiday Inn, is that the song you were thinking about for Elton John?
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, missed one here. Larry, do you still like Sunrise Records? I find they are way too expensive. Yeah, I haven't been in there for quite a while. It's just, yeah.
But the mall stores are kind of that way. I mean, look at the money. They're all in malls and they got to pay big rent and
all instruments solo.
All instruments solo. Yeah. I don't know. I'll take Clapton's solo in While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Yep.
Very cool. Yep. I think Ozzy's having some health problems now, though, right? I don't think he's starting to show his age, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He'd be probably one of the next ones to go. Sorry, Ozzy, for saying that, but it wouldn't shock me if I woke up one morning and Ozzy was gone.
Well, we've run out of comments, Glenn.
No, we haven't, Larry.
Razorface.
Razorface. That's the song I don't like. That's a stupid song. Rotten Peaches is okay. Sunrise. Yeah, I know what you mean. Terry, you're right. Yeah. Although I have a friend who runs two Sunrise record stores in Toronto. So if you're in the Toronto area and you go out to Honeydale Mall out at 27 and Dundas, I think, he definitely runs that one. His name's Robert Lawson, who's also an author. He's written 3 books. He wrote a book on Guess Who?
Yeah.
And on Nazareth and on what was the other one? He's just a super guy. So if you happen to be in Toronto and go to Sunrise, and Bob will treat you right out there. Tell him Glenn sent you. Ozzy has another surgery. Wow.
Hi, Ronald.
Hey, Ron.
Yes, I think Ozzy's going downhill. Yeah, he's good at what he does. Not that I would buy his albums or anything, but
I'm not big on
He's Weird Al.
comedy. I just even like Zappa, like Billy the Mountain, like it's only funny once. That's what's wrong with Weird Al too.
You don't like humor, Glenn.
The first time but once I like humor if it's always different. But if you can't buy like an album that's funny and then it's always funny, it gets to the point where I've heard it. Gordon is just like this. Gordon, the guy who said Eric Clapton's or that Ry Cooder's not, he's pissing me off. Come here, Gordon.
Do you want me to boot him out?
No, I want to give him a smack. And I'm not a violent man.
On his back spine. How is it hanging? It's hanging. Brian Robertson.
Pierce Morgan. There's a guy. Yeah, when you start hanging around Pierce Morgan, boy, you must be some kind of a conservative asshole to hang around with that guy.
We're not going to answer that question. That's kind of not nice.
I think he's got about anywhere from 1 minute.
Glenn will answer it for
5 years. I'm giving him no more than 5 years.
My favorite book about a rock band, favorite book about the Beatles.
The definitely favorite book about the Beatles, the best book ever written about the Beatles is Mark Lewison's Tune In, but there's 2 more volumes still to go, but that's the book. Favorite book about a rock band. There's so many good ones.
Glenn is in a feisty mood today.
Oh, blow it out your ass, Art. I am in a feisty mood. I'm pissed off about that Stephen Wilson thing. Yeah. The Rolling Stones playing with Lady Gaga. It just never changes. And I got another one for you, Larry. I posted a video this morning. You know how YouTube keeps saying they changed the format for monetization or something? You're getting all these little things. Yeah. I put up a video this morning, and it was showing my Tom Waits reissues. And the title of my video was Tom Waits reissues and da-da-da-da-da. I went to set up my video and upload it, and it always makes you I don't know if it does to YouTube, but it makes me actually choose monetize or not monetize.
Yeah.
When I pushed monetize, it said, it comes up in red saying this video cannot be monetized. And then I went back and I changed the title and I took Tom Waits' name out of the title of the video.
Wow.
And it monetized. So if they made a change now where you can't, like say you're doing a Beatles video, you can't mention the word Beatles. I
don't know.
Check that out next time you upload something. Put an artist's name in it and see if it does that to you.
I'm not picky. I like pizza, pasta.
Yeah, me too. Larry and I go see
Chinese food,
Subway together a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, how long has he left performing? I thought we were checking his pulse.
I don't think he's going to perform live.
I think he's done.
My favorite song off the White Album is Helter Skelter, probably.
Happiness is a Warm Gun.
Glenn has entered Get Off My Lawn mode today.
I have.
Mother Nature's Son.
Good song.
I heard The Beatles' The Longest Cocktail Party is a
great book. Excellent book. Richard, somebody, I can't remember. Did you read any of those ones I gave you?
Yeah, just not totally.
Oh, they're worth reading all the way through. That Abbey Road one's really good.
Yeah. Nope, no more spam for
that
me.
Would be good. You should do that.
Yeah.
Larry revisits spam.
Revolution 9. Best album with Sparks, Propaganda. Yeah. I will.
Steady drip, drip, drip.
Oh, he doesn't want to see
it. Maybe that's the way you got to put it on your video. Maybe that's what I got to do. Thoughts on Radiohead?
They're not one of my favorites, but they're very good.
I have a lot of respect for them, and I only own one Radiohead album, and I don't even remember what it is. But I don't listen to them. I did like the album that they did, the side project, The Smile, last year was a pretty good record. I didn't know. I'd love to see this. I didn't know he attacked YouTubers. First of all, you're not allowed to violate copyright violations. You're not.
No.
We're not. He should be attacking YouTube for not allowing us to promote his music. I mean, yeah, you might have to do that.
I work at both Wendy's and Taco Bell.
I'm a fan of Wendy's. My wife doesn't like Wendy's, but I do. Yells at cloud mode. Yeah, man, I got to see what Don Henley said about YouTubers. That's.
And please remember to like this video. Unless you don't like it, then just dislike. Right, Glenn?
Yeah.
So your video today, you're showing some of your recent purchases.
Yeah, I just got 3 records. And the CD, Larry. So I found our friend Marsha P. She showed this album by a band from Montreal that was released in the early 2000s, and they're a garage rock band, and they only made 1 record, and they're called The Chains. And just her description of this really interested me.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on Spotify and I gave it a quick listen. I thought, this is freaking awesome. It's just guitar, drums, vocals, bass, bit of organ, some harmonica, just typical, like, good, just garage rock music. Great guitar sounds. Anyway, I couldn't find the LP. It's like they only made 1 album. It's worth $1 million. And but I found the CD on Discogs. Somebody was selling it for $2.99.
Wow.
So I ordered it. I've been listening to it today. It's fantastic.
Yeah, cool.
You're getting it in the next CD exchange.
Okay, cool.
And I'm ruining my video. I got 2 of the Tom Waits reissues.
Yeah.
Swordfish Trombones and Rain Dogs.
Yeah.
And I got a Miles Davis album that I didn't have and I wanted, and I found it for $26.99, so I bought it for $27.99 or something. Milestones, which is the same lineup as did Kinda Blue.
Mm-hmm.
It's that famous quintet. So I'm all excited to listen to my new records.
Best band with a singer who's mostly known for his solo stuff, Faces. Yeah, I was playing this today. Rod Stewart, like his early stuff, Gasoline Alley.
Oh, that's great.
Is such a good album.
Yeah, it is a great album.
I hadn't listened to it in quite a while.
Oh, yeah. It's up there with Every Picture Tells a Story.
Yeah. Yeah, Helter Skelter. Radiohead, Pyramid Song. Best album with Beatles, Rubber Soul.
Yeah, Goran we're back on. I mean, Rubber Soul's a great album.
For me, Shane, it would be California, Seattle, Florida, and Texas.
Oh man, I've been to lots of the states. I don't know how to. I've been lots. My favorite places: Colorado, Arizona, San Francisco.
Cool.
Come back. Sex with Glenn John's mix is apparently leaked by Lennon himself. Oh wow, very cool, Terry.
Yeah. I
hope you're right, James. I hope streaming is, but I get the feeling they're embracing it. I'd be interested in how much money an artist makes off of streaming as opposed to selling a physical copy of a record.
They don't make much money off streaming, from what I've.
But I guess the difference is, though, like you put out a record now, and if you sell 10 or 20 or 30,000 copies, it's like a freaking bestseller. But if someone streams and 1 million people view it, does the money end up working the same? Like if you get, a penny a stream versus $2 for an album or something, it'd be interesting to see how much they're making.
I prefer the studio version. I'm not a big fan of Yes songs live because of the production. It's not that great.
Yeah, I don't mind Yes songs, but I agree with you. I prefer that song as a studio. So. I would love to read that. I don't think I've read that book. I've read a book it's called Skydog with about Dwayne Allman, but I've never read his daughter's book. Interesting.
Chains, smoking.
Yeah, it is smoking. Thanks, Mr. Wondrous.
I noticed Larry never talks about or mentions the Grateful Dead. That's because I'm not a fan.
I don't understand why. It's too deep for Larry.
Yeah. Perhaps not a fan. How's your pain level, Larry? I have a 5-month waiting list for my doctor's appointment.
Well, he hasn't kicked me off the show yet, so it's pretty high.
Yeah. I've been in chronic pain. Like some days aren't too bad, but the last day or so has been not too good. But at the moment, I'm not feeling too bad. Except I'm talking with Glen Kellaway from the basement.
Yeah, that's painful.
That's always painful.
That's very painful. And my wife's upstairs just going, "Oh, thank God you're with Larry." She's in no pain at all right now.
I never got into Alan Parsons.
Me neither.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Early Rod. I think you could make a solid argument that he was the greatest rock singer from Jeff Beck and the Faces.
Yeah, the pipes. Yeah.
And he was amazing.
Do you have one of those stories, Glenn?
Oh, something that got really cheap. Wow. Well, I'll tell you, anybody who bought the Beatles mono box set vinyl for $300 when it came out has certainly got a great deal. Looking back, considering it sells for a couple of thousand now.
Yeah. No, it's as good.
Yeah, no,
that's
that's
Faces,
a friggin' awesome album. Yeah, Dear Prudence, great song.
We've been asked that before. We've never heard.
I know that our friend Roy Goad, he always asked me about family, and I've never paid any attention to him. That's Rick Gretsch, the guy who was in Blind Faith.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think they make much money with streaming.
Yeah. My point is, Art, that if you had you make pennies, but if you have 1 million people streaming the song, or do you make pennies on each song if someone streams an album? So say you add that up, because versus selling 10,000 records where you might make $4 or $5 a record.
And then it doesn't cost the artist anything to stream their song, their music, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I get the feeling it might not be too bad.
Yeah. I love Blue Oyster Cult. So almost any of their albums.
Heard it said it's affecting Hendrix because they control the stuff so much on YouTube. Young people aren't as aware of them.
It's true.
It is stupid that they do that. It's almost like you go back to like Woodstock. There were bands that played on Woodstock who wouldn't allow themselves to be filmed.
Yeah.
Man, what a stupid freaking mistake that was.
Yeah.
Ernest, I'm 100% with you. The only streaming I do is if I want to just check something out before I buy it. That's all. And I don't even listen to the whole thing. I listen to like 10 seconds of a song. I can tell if it's going to interest me.
Yeah, that's how most bands make their money now, is just touring, I think.
Yeah, selling merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that right, eh? I'm sure there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes we don't know about. Every picture tells a story so good.
Julie wondered thoughts on Platinum Blonde. I think I actually bought one of their albums back in the 80s.
I have never heard of Platinum Blonde. No. I don't know anything about them.
They had some good songs. They were good.
Were they the ones that are from Niagara Falls? No, it was Honeymoon Suite. It's a very expensive. Well, although you can buy their studio albums and some of their live stuff, CDs, and that fairly cheaply. But yeah, it can be a very expensive rabbit hole if you start doing the box sets and everything. Yeah.
So let us know, what is their music like? bargains.
Tell us about your biggest bargain there, rare record collector.
Steely Dan. It's about
We never
time
get
they
it.
were brought up.
Yeah. The Weaver's Answer, Drown in Wine. Burlesque as well. Well, they made a lot of records. I love the Grateful Dead too, Keith. I'm consider myself kind of a Deadhead, except I never followed them around.
Nope. But
No, never heard a Split Ends album.
well, yeah, I know Split Ends were good.
Was Split Ends, was that the guys who
Crowded House later on.
the Crowded House guys?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Mike Graham, I never listened to Hendrix, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, thank you, Julie. It was bugging me. It's like, what songs? I know there were like 3 or 4 songs. Crying over you. Remember
Never
that,
heard
Glenn?
of it. No.
Crying over you.
Is this when were they around? The 80s?
Yeah. The mid 80s, I believe.
Yeah.
They're big in Canada. And a little in the States.
I was playing around with my banjo in the 80s. I never.
Yep.
Goran, now you're back in my good book.
Yeah, you're in our good books
Taking those
now.
punches away, buddy.
You
I'm
keep
sorry.
that
Here's a
up.
Band-Aid.
You're doing
Cover
well.
up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Here's some ice.
Yeah.
How could Hendrix have been inspired by Stevie Ray Vaughan? He died in 1970.
That was the inspiration right there. Yeah. Copyright is. Don't get me started.
Yeah, don't get me started.
You should be allowed to play any 30-second sample of any song.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is you're promoting the music. I can understand not posting full songs or albums. I get that. But you should be able to post a sample.
Yeah.
Now I'm mad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no interest in it.
She's totally out of my wheelhouse, but I got nothing but respect for the woman, and she's doing incredibly well, and people are just, she's just knocking it out of the park. What can you say?
Make it rain. Cool.
Wow. I had that album, and I didn't really like it that much.
Yeah.
And it is like really
weird.
Pop, like people really like that record. Have you ever listened to it?
Some of it, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really like it that much. Who was the singer in Family?
Chapman, right? Something Chapman.
Oh,
Roy Chapman, or
yeah.
'80s, yes.
Okay, yeah. I was busy.
He is busy with his banjo. Have you been practicing your banjo?
I have been.
Yeah, good.
I put a mute on it so it doesn't bug anybody else in the house, so I can play it really quietly.
Does Lynn not like your banjo playing?
No, she's fine with it. Yeah. She's always been very supportive. Yeah. It's not like she sits upstairs and plays Flat and Scruggs records or anything, but Goran, you're just coming right back, buddy. My favorite Springsteen album too.
No. It's Tunnel of Love. That's my favorite.
Darkness turned me into a huge Springsteen fan.
Brian May, yes, I think he is a guitar wizard. Yeah, he's amazing.
He's right up there with that doughhead from Aerosmith. Dime a dozen.
Wow. Ooh.
Oh man, yeah, that's
Rare record collector. You should send me that Led Zeppelin debut, and I'll do a video on it, and I'll show it, and then I'll return it to you later on.
Yeah,
down the road a bit.
Because we don't know Hendrix was around before, so even though they have Google set to where they easily look that stuff up. Yeah, I know. I kind of got what he was trying to say. He's trying to say that people hear Stevie Ray Vaughan before they hear Hendrix and then think that Hendrix copied Stevie Ray. Keith, another guy who knows what he's talking about. Roger Chapman.
Yeah. Exactly, Ernest.
My wife got me into Coronation Street back in the early 90s. And I just started watching it because she was watching it, and then I got hooked. And have not missed an episode since probably like 1993 or. Yeah, Born to Run. See, when that came out, remember my cousin buying it, and I'm listening to it and going, "That's a pretty good record," but I never went and bought it myself. And never bought any Springsteen albums. And then Darkness came out, and I thought, I'm going to buy this one, and I freaking just loved it. And that just turned it for me.
We get that so often.
I have no thoughts on Oasis.
We have no thoughts on Oasis.
Couple of wankers.
Yeah, overall,
Yeah.
I listened to Abbey Road recently, and it's. But the thing is, the original Abbey Road mix was good to begin with.
Yeah, you really can't do much to improve Abbey Road.
But it's fun to listen to them.
But I do like with the remixes of Abbey Road. I like listening to Paul's bass up a little bit more in the mix because he's.
But there are,
so good.
Helter Skelter. I don't like that remix. Or She Said, She Said. I don't like the something off about.
Yeah, they're kind of hit and miss, Yeah, gotta give them a try. Oh, there's another Tunnel of Love guy. I'll keep it I'll let you keep it if you pay me $2,000.
Well, I'm not doing a video for you then.
Yeah. Road Apples and Up to Here is my second favorite.
Trouble at the Hen House. Tunnel of Love is great. Yeah. Born in the USA.
Yeah, it's too poppy. Quagmire. Yeah, no kidding.
I agree on the Helter Skelter remix. What the F would they mix? I've got blisters on my fingers so low.
Yeah.
Well, not just that, but even the bass it's just not mixed right.
Oh, Making Movies. Yeah, that's the one with Romeo and Juliet on it, right? That's my favorite. Goran's hitting it out of the park.
What the Jim? Born to Run is my favorite Springsteen album, followed by Western Stars. You know what Adam bought recently, Glenn?
He bought. He told me today.
Sparks, Kimono My House.
No, it was something else. Did he?
Yeah.
Wow, way to go.
He's a fan.
He liked it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nebraska's
great. Yeah, and Making Movies is just a great record.
Galveston.
Well, Gentle on My Mind is one of my favorite songs of all time, and it was written by
John Hartford.
John Hartford, one of my musical heroes. Yeah, everybody's picking Making Movies. That song, Romeo and Juliet, is just one of the greatest songs ever.
My favorite song of theirs is Brothers in Arms.
Oh, yeah, what a great song. And that lead, the guitar at the end, just melts your heart.
Yeah.
We're all caught up again.
Yeah, no more. That's it. We're done. Oh, there's another one.
Jamie King, Born to Run. It's
Born
good.
to Run is my favorite. XXX.
Commenters are another one.
Another one. I loved Kimono My House, Glenn. Can I join you guys, or is it just you two? Yeah, well, I'm not going to be on much longer, Adam, because I'm starting to get sore here.
I actually own Kimono My House, Adam, and it's not bad actually. I don't
Oh,
get
you own it or you owned it?
no, I own it on CD.
Yeah. Well, you should play it again, Glenn.
No, I shouldn't, Larry. I've played it enough. Ooh, Art saw the Brothers in Arms tour. Wow. That would have been pretty cool. Supposedly they're coming out with a Dire Straits box set of live albums or something, or live stuff.
Yeah.
Might be interesting.
And
Well, perhaps they'll love
it comes with a free headband.
Yeah, yeah. That's one guy though, Mark Knopfler, when he left Dire Straits and started making his solo albums. The first 2 or 3 I kind of liked, and then I'd say the last 4 or 5 or 6, however many it's been, are just snooze fests.
Yeah.
Like, the guy's got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's like Perry Como.
Money for Nothing. Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adam.
Great guitar riff. Oh,
I agree. I think those two are pretty close, though. I think it might have been when I was a paper boy. I had my own money. I think I bought Grand Funk's live album, possibly, but it's so long ago I don't really remember.
Yeah, mine would have been like around 1963 or 64, and it would have probably been a Beatles record, but I don't, I guess it wouldn't have been my own money, meaning my parents gave me money. I went and bought a record with it, but for actually money that I actually made it a job and then bought a record, I don't know. I never had a job.
Yeah, Kimono My House was my intro to Spax. I've never heard of Spax, Glenn.
No.
Have you heard of Spax?
No.
Sparks. Yeah.
Sparks. Oh, there we go. I want to thank you to you and Norm as my favorite music YouTubers. Keep up. Wow, we're in good company, Larry.
But Norman, I think, is in third place. That's what he's trying to
get. Yeah, I think he's
trying when you really read it.
That's awesome. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Compliment.
ZZ Top's great. I love especially the early stuff.
Yeah, kind of like ZZ.
Do you have any ZZ Top, Glenn?
I have
Eliminator.
These Hombres, is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah.
And I got Eliminator.
Goodbye, everybody.
Victor, thank you, buddy.
Victor, come back.
Yes. Right off the bat, that's how I discovered Nick Cave. It's not a movie, but it's the Peaky Blinders, the British TV show on Netflix.
Yeah.
They used his song about the hands bleeding. What's it called? Oh, drawing a blank. Devil's Right Hand or Left, whatever. You know what song I mean?
No.
Red Right Hand, it's called. That's the first. I kept hearing this song on this show and going, who is that? And I looked it up and went Nick Cave. And I looked him up and started listening, and then it just sold, man. That guy's amazing. Yeah. That was my big one.
I thought Spax was a Sparks cover band. Hello, goodbye, Victor.
I see there's a band playing in Toronto now, that a McCartney cover band, and they call themselves All McCartney instead of Paul McCartney.
That's funny. There's something about these cover bands, and even at the Empire Theater, they'll have like a Elvis Presley in person. It's like, I don't want to see it. No. I just don't want to see it.
Although those classic album live shows are really good.
I mean, if it's just the band playing, that's fine. Yeah. But I mean, trying to look like Roy Orbison or
no, I don't like that. Impersonators are good. Kim Dawson is great from Juno. I don't know. What's Juno? Is that a
movie,
band?
I think.
Oh, a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a movie.
John Hyatt's best album.
No. Goran. No.
No.
It's Bring the Family. Then it's Slow Turning.
Yeah, cover bands. Yeah, like the band Foreigner. They don't have one single original member.
The roadie.
And they're out there making money.
It's still the roadie.
Yeah.
He's still there. Oh
Oh, you
man,
went to
good for
Liverpool
you.
and London. Cool.
Good for you. You did the whole Beatles thing. I bet you walked the crosswalk and lived to tell.
Yeah, Elvis impersonators. And I'm sure, some of them are very talented and whatever, but I just have no interest in it.
Remember the dude who used to do it in Toronto back in the 70s, Larry, who was Subway Elvis? You ever hear about that
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah.
He used to just go in the subway system and start singing Elvis songs, and he sounded like Elvis. He was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They even made a new album. Good for them. At least they made some original
yeah,
material, right? But the drummer is the only. I don't think he's even playing live anymore.
yeah. He just toured. He just making money off the name.
Yeah.
I don't like EPs, but I wish Mickey would do a whole album of. He did. That's the one with the REM songs on it, I think.
Oh, you know that. Yeah. Yeah, and Randy Bachman is touring as Bachman Turner Overdrive again, and I don't think.
Didn't his brother pass away?
Yeah, his brother. That's why he's got the name. He couldn't use the name for all those years
Really?
because of the fight with his brothers, I
I
guess. But
didn't know
now,
that.
yeah. But I don't think Turner is in the band right now. He's got some health issues, but he's going to be supposedly they're making a new album and everything, and he's
So it's
gonna
only Bachman.
yeah, and
Bachman
and
Overdrive.
his son. But I think Turner is going to be
Uh,
touring at some point with them.
I'm the one guy who's not a big Bachman Turner Overdrive
No,
fan. I think the
I like
music
them
was just too simple for me. To taking care of business. I just found it like
every day, Glenn.
kid rock.
How many Kid Rock albums do you have, Glenn?
Oh, I have none. I didn't mean that kind of kid rock. I meant like kiddie rock. But no,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a kid rock album in my house. Of course, all
No.
the stuff exhausts me. What a city for Beatles fans. Highlights for the home tours of John and Paul. Oh, see, when I was there in '99 and they didn't have the homes open then. You could only drive by them.
Glenn saw that.
I saw a fantastic tour and one of the great albums. I'm telling you, if you get buy the album, fantastic. Very good.
It's a good one.
Gordon keeps throwing them out there. Low is my favorite Bowie album, thanks to Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was too simple. Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool at Sun Studios. Yeah, I could
Well,
imagine. Mystery Train. I mean, that early Elvis stuff kicked ass, really. Yeah, I went on that Magical Mystery Tour that bus tour.
I've got a question for anybody that's out there watching. What is the best what's the best band you ever saw live? Just one band or solo artist. Who would you say, Glenn?
Rolling Stones in
Oh
'72.
yeah, that's right too. Yeah. I thought you'd make up something different for a change.
No, I can't. I always go with that one.
What's the best concert you've been to in the last, say, 10 years?
Tedeschi Trucks this year.
Yeah.
I love that concert.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
When,
Jack
when do you
White last
see
year was really
Steve
good.
Hackett?
I'm going to see Steve Hackett next Thursday.
Wow, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, rare record collector. I'm going to see him next week.
The Offspring.
Love Little Feat.
Little Feat is his favorite
Great
band.
band.
Allman Brothers Band.
Love Allman Brothers.
Is Brian Adams a great guitar player?
I don't know. Doesn't he have a guy that he plays with all the time?
Yeah,
He's
I think so.
more of the guitar player than Brian Adams is.
Blue Oyster Cult, Cape Cod Ken, cool. Best live, David Bowie. I've heard of
See,
him.
I wish I was more of a Bowie fan when he was kicking around and touring. I kind of regret not paying
Green
more
Day?
attention to that.
Builder book. No Means No, Vancouver Punk Jazz. Live were shockingly great. And what is the worst, of a known band? What's the worst concert you've been to of a band that you actually liked, but they were disappointing or whatever?
My worst one, the biggest snooze fest I ever went to, was Willie Nelson.
I know. I love
Oh,
that story.
man.
It just put you to sleep.
Oh,
That guitar he has too, right? It's not the best sounding guitar, is it?
I think it sounds pretty good.
Is
I
it?
think it's
Oh,
got pretty good.
Slade, Robin Hitchcock, cool.
So Willie Nelson's got a new album called Bluegrass, right? I'm a big bluegrass fan, and I'm excited for this album, thinking because he's playing with a lot of good
Yeah,
players.
cool.
And I thought I might buy this, and then I go on to Spotify just to check out a couple things. It's all Willie. He's not doing like bluegrass songs. He's doing like "Good Hearted Woman" and "On the Road Again." He's just rehashing all this
Yeah.
tired old crap. Frick.
Yeah.
I saw the Stones the last time I saw the Stones was 99, and I thought they were tired and a bit boring.
Cote Twins.
Well, I dozed off.
No Means No Live, too. They're incredibly tight.
I think I walked out of a George Thorogood show at the Canadian National Exhibition once. It was like one of those free ones they have, when they announce a bunch of free shows. I just once I've heard one's George Thorogood song, I've heard them all. Like it's the same riff with different words.
Bad. An hour later, bad.
Yeah. Mick, 1 meter away. That would have been cool.
Yeah, Ween.
I can't. Ween. I don't like the name.
The Police.
I didn't like saying. I feel like a stupid little kid saying the word Ween.
Ween.
Oh, Police would have been great to see live.
I also went to see Brian Wilson perform Pet Sounds. Cool.
Yeah, a lot of people rave about that tour. Look at that. 1965. The Kinks, the Righteous Brothers, Jan and Dean, Sam Sham and the Pharaohs. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's very cool. That's probably the last tour of the Kinks.
Yeah, for a while.
Live in the U.S., I'll bet. Wow.
Band you wish you was live besides the Beatles.
Band you wish you saw. Yeah, Bowie would be one. I never saw Jethro Tull. They'd be probably two of the biggest ones for me.
Bless you, Glenn.
Thank you, Larry.
Favorite triple album? There's not too many triple albums, are there? I guess.
Triple album. Wow. I'm just trying to name one triple album. Does All Things Must Pass
count? All Things Must Pass.
Yeah.
Echo and the Bunnymen.
That's another band I've never listened to that I should.
That's a sweet sound of
we've talked about this already, but I'm not. It's
we haven't heard it yet.
The Rolling Stones should not be playing with Lady Gaga. Mick didn't run that by us. If he would, he wouldn't have done it. Runner-up live show, Steppenwolf. Elvis Costello was great live. I only saw him once, but I really liked him.
And Glenn saw Hendrix live.
I did see Jimmy.
So I think we're almost done here, Glenn. I want to have my dinner early. Worst concert as a teen, Humble Pie. Steve Marriott was drunk. I don't believe it.
Fights with the audience after the show. We found out John Lennon was. Oh wow! Well, that must have been right at the end of Humble Pie's 1980. My God,
Sandinista. I love that.
Yeah, Sandinista is a really good album. Yeah, I got to check those guys out, Gordon. Which Beatles solo album do you think should have a box set?
Well, London Town and
I think all the ones I want to have a box set.
All of them that haven't been box sets yet. Even Ringo, the Ringo album.
One thing I'd like to see a re-release on, if I was in charge of the world, would be Concert for Bangladesh.
Yeah.
I don't know why they maybe trying to get releases for the people that were in it or something. Or
yeah. So Glenn, tell us about your channel before we go.
Well, I'm a big Lady Gaga, Tony Bennett fan. I don't like crooner music, Terry. Sorry, but Glen Kellaway from the Basement, just talking about records that I pick up, like these 3 great albums. Talk jazz, bluegrass, rock, whatever. I like it all, and come over, and I love the comments and chatting back and forth. So, and thank you for doing this chat this afternoon, Larry.
And my next video tomorrow is on band logos. It's going to be so highly entertaining. Yeah.
Where would you put the? I know you don't want to give things away, but where do you put the Beatles logo? It's pretty simple.
It's not number 1, but it's
pretty effective, eh?
Yeah, it's like, I'll say it's almost. It could be or almost in the top 10 because it's one of the early ones, right? It's
iconic.
One of the first. But it's not, there's much better logos.
Yeah. In terms of visual, yeah.
Thank you, Ernest.
Thanks, Art. They did Bangladesh reissue in the mid-2000s. On vinyl, I did not know that. I've never seen it.
Thank you, Pleasant Valley Picker, PA.
Thanks, Art.
Apple logo. Yeah, but I'm talking about band logos. That's my next video tomorrow. Black Sabbath, Arctic. I don't think I did. I did about 50 band logos. I don't think I got the Arctic Monkeys logo though. Bye, Richard. Rush. Yes, I've got Rush in the video. Yeah. The Grateful Dead's got a pretty good logo.
They do.
Yeah. Bachman Turner Overdrive. Yep, they're in the video. So stay tuned for that.
We'll all be anxious to watch this, Larry.
Yeah, and check out Glen's latest video today on what Tom Waits,
Miles Davis.
Did you complain about Stephen Wilson in that video?
No, I didn't. I saved my ranting for your live chat.
Yeah, the Monkeys. Okay,
the Monkeys, great logo.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Take care. Thanks, Larry.
Okay, yeah.
CD Exchange next week.